Sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Solidify! Terra Smack! This is order. Stabilize!
As a good knight should.
Quake!
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun?
Oh, it's you. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou.
Okay, sounds more like A. You sure made short work of them!
I'm making early preparations for what is... Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself...
Makes sense. You must get super bored
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse... Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these, I considered this matter worthy of my attention. So I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun, rather than I, were to discover them, yes. Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura...
A disaster?
Yes. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil. And the Rift Hound, their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, but an excess of caution is not on...
Guess you can't argue with this.
Since we are both here for the same reason, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area...
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace. Oh yeah, after we've dealt with them... This color! It's similar to the color when the Sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the...
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's... Huh? What's this? Could they be... dead people? What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the...
What happened here?
Who are you? Run quick while you still can! The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, we will defend Inazuma. Until our... You beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless. Every last trace of humanity's existence,
But, look!
Not right now. But they'll be back. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely... I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please.
Calm down.
Over.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush. There are no monsters. Nor is...
What? But how? I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own...
Hey, calm down.
I think I understand. Yes, thank you. Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even...
If I am not mistaken, the sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk, and an entity formed with strong filth would be high. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly.
So the memories of the ones that died are...
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. The disaster in Inazuma caused me but my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it...
So, Inazuma was attacked at...
Indeed. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But even then,
Hey!
Yes. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the... But... when I travel, moving forward, just think of that soldier. All those who sacrificed themselves back as Inazuma's god. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood. I will never forget you.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come.
As expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me. Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize...
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters...
Ah, makes sense! The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We did... Hey! The same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were...
Fighting a battle in a distant land?
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has... I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Oh,
I see. So, most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, and now the Almighty Shogun is here. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. People flee out of a desire to live on. But me, I have no such thought. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams. Oh, just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. So you see, as bleak as things may be now,
Perhaps.
it won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to them. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth and... Oh, goodness me. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens.
Can't...
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my...
Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memory. Leave it to us.
But... Well, okay. I never thought I can't decide whether it's a final regret.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most...
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your
I wish to borrow a tea set from the...
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right...
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. But he always acted as if he was complete. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality.
You and Makoto had pretty...
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world, they are similar. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations. Now, it seems like she was right.
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. And ambition is a yearn. Makoto was more concerned.
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when I suppose what it comes down to is the definition. Yes, it does. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her?
You have already witnessed my previous view, but now I no longer cling to what was lost.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in...
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant...
It's all good, sir.
Let us return. We ought not...
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps...
So we won't get... We didn't even have a chance...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea... I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many... The tea is ready. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune, back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend.
She died in that
Yes. She went to Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave. Yes. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So all I could do was enter into her mind. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity.
That's quite...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that that's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. No one questioned it. In the end, I simply had to accept with the help of the sacred Sakura's power.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great... I once told myself that I would never speak of these events, but even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue once swallowed, and it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced...
Sister, you mean to say that she was somehow in...
Based on what we've learned so far?
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of... And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma. So,
Oh, boy.
with this last cup of tea, thank you, Destiny.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. Once again.
Hey!
There is no escape!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Now you shall perish! Shine down! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just we'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency? We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming back from...
Don't!
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have...
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will...
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent and their willingness to grant their power to humans. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've just the sight of you appearing before us once. This hope is the light that will guide us.
Everyone...
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but...
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Just press the advantage!
As a dutiful maid would. Someone needs assistance.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
Thank you all.
Are you...
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was... The monsters will definitely come back. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun...
Well, what...
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together...
Just leave it. But the Almighty, no matter what kind of threat faces...
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this...
Don't worry, Your Excellency. With you leading us, we will claim...
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, you could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are... But even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years...
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think just like that samurai. That I was first and foremost a warrior, but what Inazuma needs more than a warrior, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that yes, they are. As the Raiden Shogun,
Well said.
change will come to Ina's no matter how long it takes. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hound, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work.
Alrighty then. He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bet she seems to have changed a... Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why?
A battleground. One where I... May the blossoms of the sacred supreme over you. Protection of the electro. May the blossoms of the We're finally here.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is... Where are we Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait!
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the truth. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is... But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my... We are both warriors. And the dialogue we must now...
Wait.
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of... As she indicates. Once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hot, but inside a realm of consciousness. I exist independently of her. She cannot have... Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but hey, showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past. I would not try to change her.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It inherits A's pain. Every action undertaken is for the same determination. Courage. Only rules shall remain. Those were my thoughts when I... Now, they are towering obstacles that I have... You wish to make yourself my... I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down in disgrace. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. This ends now. Inazuma shines eternal! Evasion is futile. Insolent. Weak. Pathetic. Shine down! The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
The fleeting shadow. Illusion shattered! God! Your verdict is decided. Absurd! Inazuma shines eternal! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness transcending. Shine down. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated...
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your...
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other.
Then, does that...
Maybe. But if I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never... This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last. Months, years, centuries. And no matter 500 years ago, humanity proved theirs. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them... It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But I fight for the everlasting future. I vow to the subject during my absence.
But this means
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still. Right? What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she... Yeah, we should help her. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her... Well, whatever, we can't... Oh, but we... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice, don't feel Paimon now! Oh, you're right. Who knows?
No, let me try again.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all... I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first...
But you're always...
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase.
Oh, yeah. Something really big.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma, impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about... Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who...
Is she playing dumb? She's...
Aha. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is, all I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer a...
not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only spec... Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. First things first. Now then, I always have my ways. It's to the outsider. The realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, in other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm,
So, it's abstract, but has a location. But you don't know where it is. But...
yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right, everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, this is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon had it up to here with both of you!
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. By the way, remember to focus constant. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Well then, the door's open. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko? You better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. You're over countless battles. Not once have you lost. And never have you shown the had I made all enemies of eternity standing for your firm commitment to enforcing the rules. You have my You bring honor to the type. Now these two return. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. Energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yes, you have endured. I will endure forever! Inferior! Illusion shattered! There is no escape! All obstacles! Inferior! Illusion shattered! Eternity is in my hands! Shine down! The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed! This, I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems... But a will that cannot be eroded has no... You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, yet my reason for fighting redefined my... And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just this power is beyond. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had it was at once a familiar feel. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer from this day forth. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. You truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look for... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like...
Hello, A. And greetings. Though I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duty. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too... a convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such... There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me, but... everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you. Did you know what was about to happen? I had some sense of it. That place... in my present form, I can no longer perceive time. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. Don't look down on me. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift. Here, take it, but it is you who must...
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's...
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be under. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time. And yet, that sense of disorder.
I don't fully understand yet.
Well,
Without the sacred Sakura,
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's conscience.
no. But I understand why now.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's...
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search, simply establishing a... Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great... My first thought was... But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks.
A, how...
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no...
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. After all, you saw Makoto...
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. I have to say, she even it's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to... I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you...
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you, Makoto and you are
It's rare to hear such comforting words from...
Oh, come on.
Makoto said the
Great minds think alike, I wonder... Does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then after that...
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case... There is no further need to keep the nation. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead. I'm looking forward to... Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Abolishing the Sakoku, for example, I can...
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientious.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. But I am prepared for them. Many challenges still lie ahead for...
Terra Smash! Stabilize! Quick!
Order guide you.
Strike dead!
Time to clean up.
Inferior.
Terrace!
Leave it alone.
Gather! To dust! Everyone on me!
The eye sweeps the lands!
As a good knight should.
Terra Smash!
Lightning falls on the land of eternity!
Steady as stone.
This body is eternal! Purge all obstacles!
Solidify!
Perish!
Charge! Press the
Time to clean up. I must leave no stone unturned.
dust! This is order.
I'll catch up.
Witness!
Stabilize!
Someone needs
Calamity!
assistance.
You shouldn't see me like this.
As a good knight should.
Inferior!
Everyone on me! Quake!
Eternity is in my hand!
Steady as...
Gather! Terra Smash!
Someone time to clean up.
To dust! Well,
I must leave no stone unturned.
Quake!
As a good knight should.
Terra Smash!
Only emptiness away.